Talk about anyways. We got to talk about Trump.
Oh yeah,
Heck
man.
yeah, let's do it.
What
Hey,
you,
you like my
where
hat?
yeah, what oh wait a minute.
You like that?
Woke mob?
That's right. Part
That's
of the woke
solid.
mob. This is my camo. This is my Tim Walls camo hat, and it's own. I'm a proud member of the woke mob. That's right.
So is that a Harris hat or is that another is that a some like
This is a Pod Save America hat. It's a Crooked Media hat, which today
uh-huh.
I can wear this now because they actually signed an agreement with their union. So, for a while, for all this week, I couldn't listen to any of their podcasts, but they actually did the right thing and signed an agreement. And so now it's all good. Now we can listen to the podcast and all be good progressives together.
Great. And Pod America is partnering with us.
That's right. Pod Save America right now, their political arm, Vote Save America. If you go to their mobilize page, it is completely full of common power. That is all
Really?
that there
Really?
is on it. It is just us, man. It is one of the most amazing things. I want to see if I can pull it up here.
Is it crooked? No, it's Vote Save America.
Yes. And
Mobile
it's
and
I
it's
think
mobilize.
it's I think it's Crooked Media. It might be, but anyways, are you pulling it up?
I am.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah,
Let me
screen share that
let me
dang
get this
thing,
puppy
man.
up here. All right.
Put that on there. Okay.
Oh man.
The proof is in the pudding. You know what, Elizabeth, one of our great volunteers, who's going to be leading Team Texas and also doing some work in Alabama, she said that on the sign up form for the states, there's this new option. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" And you could choose to be a volunteer from Vote Save America. Actually, all right. So this is the Crooked Media page. That's the company that runs Pod Save America. The three Obama speechwriters that they put together. And there's their welcome call right there at the top.
Oh, okay. Come to their welcome call on Tuesday. Okay. All right.
That's their welcome call. Okay. And this is their page, mobilize.us/cricket. And you scroll down. Look at that.
You want to work in Team
Team.
North Carolina? Group
That's right.
organized by common power, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there we
Everything.
are.
Look, upcoming events. One from Vote Save and 11 from us.
Oh my God. Oh, so these are
Oh, look at that. Fieldwork Gathering, hosted by Common Power in Seattle, August 24th. You want to be down with Vote Save America? Come to the Fieldwork Gathering. You know what I'm
wait
saying?
a minute.
Keep
And then
going, everything down there. You can go across, you can scroll over, you can
Washington
scroll
Weekends of
down.
Action Group, Team
It,
Michigan.
it's all us, man. Go down. It's all down there too. If you keep going down, it's just our stuff. It's just us.
Dude, this is awesome.
It's very cool.
Help us
It's
get to
very cool.
100 members. What are we going to do if we get to 100 members in Team Arizona, Team Michigan?
We are gonna win and put Harris and Walls in the White House. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna take Texas. How about that?
Is there a Team
How about
Texas
them
down here?
apples?
Look at there's
There's
regional
a
meetings, man. We got regional meetings.
we have region. Look, these are so new. There's not even an image. Okay. Regional meetings. Yeah,
We
where's
got
Team Texas is on there somewhere.
we got regional meetings.
Mm-hmm.
This is like you come home and there's a dog in the house, which has happened to both of us. All right, which has happened to both of us after trips.
That's right.
Where's this dog come from?
Yeah, we're working, man. We're
No, there's
working.
Team Texas on here. Okay.
See more.
What?
This guy doesn't know how to navigate the
No,
where's
no Team
Texas.
Texas, man.
No, oh my goodness. Elizabeth. No, I'm joking. I don't want to put her. I
Oh,
guarantee you there's a Team Texas because one of our best volunteer leads is leading that team.
all right. This is what we got to do the podcast on today, right here. So
Okay.
let's back it up here. Post 2016, these Obama staffers, all white dudes, right?
Yes.
Create something called Pod Save America, a podcast. Pod
Yep.
Save America. Of course, a play on God Save America, just for everybody who's
Yes.
looking for the teacher in me.
Some people don't
Okay.
know
Okay.
that's what it's from, but yes.
Pod Save America. It becomes what I understand today is like the top number 13 or 14 in the country most listened to podcast today.
Hmm.
Okay, Pod Save
And
America.
it consistently has been in the top 10, 15 website or podcasts ever
And
since
it's
launch.
hosted by Dan Pfeiffer, who was a communications director for them. It was for Tommy Vidor, who was on their advanced team, John Favreau, who was a speechwriter for Obama. Those are the three biggies on the
And
Pod Save
John
America.
Lovett.
And John
John
Lovett.
Lovett's the fourth one. Yep.
Okay, these four guys, and this is in the dark days of post 2016 election, where people are
Hmm.
looking for hope. There's the Women's March, which is an amazing event. All right, there's the protests over the immigration laws that Trump puts into effect right away, which you were part of. All right, at the
Yep.
airport and so on. This is just bad days in late 2016, early 2017. Indivisible gets founded as a Google Doc in this period of time. And
That's right.
Pod Save America launches, I believe, in January of 2017. All right. And becomes this huge place for people to like find hope and purpose and a pathway forward in this great darkness. Common Power is on its own trajectory in this
Yeah, so
window.
hold on. So PodSave is one of the things that separates them from the rest of the political left-leaning podcasts. Well, one, podcasting was still
Oh,
kind
sure,
of
sure.
new,
Yeah.
right? But it was started by these millennials. And so, the only equivalent you had to something like that was on the radio, actually. Was it Air America? Is that what it was? Right?
Yeah. It was like Tom Hartman back in the like,
Right.
yeah,
Where you like the just people that would be straight shooters about, what's going on, and they'd be a little funny, and they just, say things that you don't say on the news kind of thing. And that's what these guys started doing. And they brought humor into it. They cursed a lot, which, you can always trust people that curse a lot. Uh, I'm just saying,
I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
just saying. And they brought a different flavor to political analysis that is not present on MSNBC and CNN and stuff. So that was, I mean, it was fresh, and it felt young. It was young at the time. Millennials used to be the young generation back in the day.
Okay. So they built this massive audience, and then they were so popular, they built a larger media conglomeration called Crooked Media. All right.
Yeah.
And Crooked Media is like the spin-off podcast of half of these people as well. They have their collective Pod Save America, and then there's Love It or Leave It, which is Levitt's uh uh break split off. And then they do these tours around the country where they do them in person. In
They do
fact,
live tapings and stuff. Yeah, and they've
yeah.
gotten a bunch of during the pandemic. They got like DeRay McKesson had a podcast called Pod Save the People.
Huh,
Clint Smith was on that, actually. That was a part
okay.
of like his rise, is that he was a co-host on that. And then the latest is they just signed Stacey Abrams to
Really?
host her own pod. Yeah, Stacey Abrams is now doing a podcast. I forget what it's called, but they just announced it like a week or two ago.
Well, obviously, like they saw what's going on with us, with our pot,
Exactly.
with the with CP sub series that is
Yeah.
CP3D. Okay,
They had to catch up. And so they were like, what are we gonna do? Stacey Abrams.
sure. I didn't return her call last week, so maybe that's what she was calling about. Okay,
Probably, yeah. Or she wanted to donate some of her revenue from her books to us.
so we saw the Pod Save America folks in Iowa. Actually, do you remember that we
We
went
did,
in
yeah.
2020 when we went out to watch the
Yeah.
caucuses and to see the campaign for the Democratic nomination. We spent a week in Iowa in January. And as part of that, there was one evening where Trump was giving a rally, and some of our folks wanted to go see Trump. And others
Yeah.
were like, I have no interest. I don't want to. I don't feel safe, whatever. I'm not going to see Trump. And so some of us went to the Pod Save America recording there in a big auditorium. This is pre-COVID, in a big auditorium
Yeah.
there. And it was a cool thing. It was a cool thing, right? To
Yeah, it
see
was
them.
pre-COVID, as in like right before COVID, as
Yeah.
in like February of 2020 or something like that. Um, and then afterwards there was this after party event, in a brewery, and for Liz Warren, they were doing an event for Liz Warren,
Right.
and it was packed. It was, and we stood there, and it
Man.
was us, and there were anchors from CNN and stuff,
Yeah.
and we actually went up and met them.
Yep. We
We
sure
met
did.
them, and I remember looking at John Lovett, and I was like, I said, I forget what I said. I think I said something to the effect of, "You're doing a good job. You'll get better. You just keep working on it, okay?" And I just wanted to get a rise out of him. And he stared after I said that to him. He was like, "Thank you." And then then I walked away, and then he like watched me walk away because he was like, "What? What did you just say to me?" And I don't know, man. That was back when I was a little more rambunctious than I am
Well,
now.
right. Sidebar, folks. Sidebar time. So Charles Douglas has a knack for like meeting people and politicians and candidates. It's one reason is because Charles is, really good at meeting people, walking up to them and saying hi. Another reason is that it's often been the case that Charles is one of 7 people of color in the room. And so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so they're like, meet this guy over here, and you're younger, right? And
Especially
so
in Ohio,
okay.
in Iowa.
So
Uh,
you met Biden, and
yeah.
the sidebar here is not just that you meet these people, but you never like go over to them and just fanboy them. No, you
No.
refuse to do that. You're like, hey, you're all right, but here's something I'm really you suck
Yeah,
at.
so
Okay.
that's right. So the Biden thing in Iowa was, and I'm like the only young black male in the entire room. It's like me and one other one, and we were hanging out with them. But I'm wearing this bright red jacket. So then Biden says this thing, and he's like, what, ninth in the polls or something like that.
At that time he was, yeah.
And so and then we're in Iowa, and so he immediately looks over at all the black and brown people in one area and walks over to us. And I was off to the side, and so he's making his way and towards me. And then I was like, all right. And then I shook his hand and I was like, hey, I'm with an organization that is going to knock on doors. And it's many of them are young people, and we're not excited to knock on doors for you. So, what would you tell my volunteers so that we can get excited for you? And that's when he, that's when he like grabbed me by the shoulders, and he like pulled me in close and started talking to me in this very low voice. And it was one of the coolest things ever. It was actually one of the coolest experiences ever. Because at that moment I was like, this guy's real. He's actually he talked to me in such a low tone that all the videos of that can't decipher what he's saying. You can't even hear what he's saying because he's just delivering it for me. He's not doing it for the cameras. It was amazing. And that's when I was sold. I was like, okay, Joe Biden's real. He's real. He's a real guy.
So here, I'm gonna pause this just for a second, be right back, people.
And
Okay,
we're
so
back. That
we're
was just
back.
that was a commercial break. If you're not on the premium version of CP3D, you just heard a commercial.
If you're on the premium, you heard a Common Power commercial just now, okay?
Yeah, if you're on the premium, it was Elizabeth, the captain of Team Texas, saying, "We're gonna kick Trump's ass in Texas. Come join me."
Yeah, wait a second. Actually, hang on.
And
Okay,
we're back.
we're actually gonna play a commercial. Okay, we're gonna play a commercial.
We're gonna play a commercial. Shout out to Wole and the marketing team for putting this together. This actually is he's edited this down to eventually I think it's playing on social media right now.
Okay, here we go. This is the Common Power commercial.
All right, let's keep it real. We're not into politics either. The drama, the lies, the BS. One thing we do believe in, though, is the power of our vote and the power of volunteers to protect that vote. So for 2024, we'll be connecting with people at their doors and having real conversations with voters. But that's about more than just voter turnout. For our volunteers, it's a source of connection and clarity and hope in the midst of the noise and negativity we see on the news. Face to face, we are not as divided as we seem. Yeah, we're not into politics, we're into action. From investing in next generation leaders to building lasting community, we are volunteers for voters. And in 2024, we're focused on building our most common power, our vote. We're sending teams to swing states all over the country this year, and we need your help. These races will be close, and every door counts. The only way we truly win, though, is together.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so good. Okay, so it'd be great if you could get that on the Vote Save America Mobilize page. All right, if they
I
could
know.
if they could put a video on there for us, put that up there.
I know. I know. It'd be great if the Vote Save guys invited me on to do the podcast. Okay, that's what would be great.
Okay, so here now let's get to Vote Save America. In 2020, Pod Save America creates this political volunteer kind of a catalyst organization. They call it Vote Save America. I don't know how they exactly did it or what
Created
they
in
did.
2018, actually, I found out,
2018?
but popularized in 2020 and during COVID because they had the reach. They actually had 13,000 volunteers.
In COVID in 2020? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that's what she told me when I met with her.
All right, well, we
It's
didn't have quite
amazing.
that many, but we had a lot.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot. Not close to 13,000. No, no.
So their volunteer arm, these are all people who supposedly sign up with Vote Save America or something, and then
Yep.
like they make a commitment to do some volunteer work for a candidate.
Yeah, so they have a lot of relationships. They brought in some really good organizers and they have relationships with campaigns all around the country. And they don't work directly with the Dems, but they they know how to like not get in their way. So they send and also 501c4 organizations on the ground, so they send volunteers virtually to all these places. They do not do in-person volunteering. That's
Oh,
one
they
of the
don't.
things that
Okay.
no, they focus primarily on when it was put together prior to COVID, the thought was that it would be about people traveling. And then COVID hit and they situated the entire organization to right size for virtual, and they got really good at that. So when we went back in person, they just kind of stuck with doing virtual because they're really good at phone banking and text banking, and their reach is national, and moving people from one place in the country to another is really hard. So nobody does it, David. Okay. It's prohibitive. No organization should do it. It is too heavy of a lift. It's too hard to manage people and to train them and sustain their effort. Nobody should do it except for Common Power,
Exactly.
except for us. And so, we're filling a gap for them because some of their volunteers want to travel. And what they do is they individually match up somebody who wants to travel with an organization or with a campaign. It is a manual lift. It's crazy.
Okay, obviously not a sustainable approach that they have for people who want to do work in person. So along comes an opportunity for them and us to partner together. How'd that happen?
So we meet them at this is something that's been on my mind for a long time, for years, right? How do we work with Vote Save? Because they've got the reach and we think we've got the program. We've got the program that
We
works.
we do for sure now.
We
Yes.
know we do. Yeah. And especially now, right? Now that, Ben has really built that system out to be sustainable. And, she and I have been working on what scale looks like. So we're ready for them this year. So we met them at a conference at a America Votes conference, one of their staffers, and kind of pitched him. And he was like, "This is great." He's like, this is what we've been looking for. No more manual, this and that. And yeah, we can just give them all to you. And then I met with, he was like, "I got to put you up a level to this next person." And it turns out I know her from her work on the Mandela Barnes campaign. So I
In
kind of texted
Wisconsin
her
in 2022.
in Wisconsin in 2022, which was a whole other thing that was like not a part of our normal program in 2022. I felt strongly about it. We had never shown up in a primary in a big way outside of the one we did in Georgia. So we went there and created that relationship, and that led us to this. So it was an automatic, yes, we like you a lot. We trust you. We want to work with you. But here's the kicker. So when I sat with her, she was like, I think she was ready to. So I was like, hey, we're in the area. I'm going to come meet with you. We were
In
in Maryland
DC.
for this
Okay.
conference.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm going to fly out of DC. I'm going to come, we're going to drive down there and I'm going to meet with you and talk about this idea. And I think she came in ready to tell me that it wasn't going to work. And so I had to win her over. And it was basically, hey, listen, people want to travel. And in order for this to work, in order for voting on a national scale, for it to ever, the only time it's ever worked has been when people from blue states have traveled down to the areas that need it more. It's always been a cross-state collaborative thing. Because she was saying, no, we want to tell people to stay where you are. Like you need to take care of your home first. You should not be going to a different state and doing work there. And I was like, well, if that was our philosophy, we wouldn't have any advancements anywhere. Need some help with your phone?
I'm good. No, man, I'm good. Thanks.
You got really close to it. Um,
I
so yeah, I had to sell her on us, and I did. And the thing that sold it was it wasn't just the thought of like, hey, yes, it is true that people need to work in other states. It was also that we have evergreen training. It was that we work on not just tactical door knocking, but also the mindset of being a volunteer
Mm.
from out of state. And it was the working across race and age, and that's what sold her.
Yeah, I was I we did a fundraiser event in Seattle on Wednesday night, 2 nights ago. By the way, today is August 9th. Don't think we mentioned that yet. August 9th. Okay, Friday. So we did a fundraiser Wednesday night, and then I had a meeting this morning, yesterday morning, and then this morning, two different Zoom meetings with people that were just learning about Common Power, potential
Great,
supporters. And
great.
and so in each of those, I go through our entire system, right? And it's so great, man. It's unbelievable. It's like
It is.
ridiculous. It's so good from education through leadership development to this massive fieldwork operation. Um, so when you get Vote Save America to sign to like say we want to work, so you're telling me that Vote Save America now, in at least in their marketing, maybe on their Pod Save America podcast, is saying to people, go to this website, our Mobilize website, and on the Mobilize website are all kinds of options, right? For engaging. And basically 80% of those are us. If maybe more are us.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna find them organically, right? They trust the brand. They're gonna look up Vote Save America on Mobilize. Mobilize is like it's like the main street of volunteering online. So anytime you want to volunteer anywhere on the left, you're gonna go to Mobilize, and they're gonna have links. Any campaign, any C 501c4 that's worth anything, they're gonna have an event on there. I shouldn't say it like that. Any large and established 501c4.
Man,
Is this being recorded?
you are sounding
Is this be
so
I
like
know I'm shooting straight from the hip, man. You know what I mean? When I
what
got the
happened to
camo
the
hat on,
no more
when I
scrappy underdog kind of
when I I know I'm trying to stay grounded, man. I'm trying to stay grounded. Yeah, it's easy to find us. We're directly attached to them, and we're their go-to. We are the solution for if people want to volunteer with crooked media and the vote save people in person in a state that is not their home state.
so what do we got what it's and on every one of these teams, and I'm showing it again now, the page, because I'm just kind of in love with the page. All right.
Yeah.
When it says help us get to 100 members, what are we gonna do? You're telling me that we can handle this?
Oh, totally. Totally. So the we have 50 team leads, and that's just like that's the beginning. That's the first set that we're starting with. We've already got trips that are planned. We got dates that are established. All of our partners on the ground know when we're coming. They know when to expect us. We're locked in. The biggest trip we've had this year so far was 50 people in Nevada. And the only real tactical difference, because training and onboarding and orientation all happens virtually via Zoom, the only real limitations on the ground. And so what'll happen there is that we'll just, when we go to Pennsylvania, which is a state that we know is going to have a lot of people, I think there were 60 people on the kickoff call, 60 some people on the kickoff call that happened this week.
Yeah.
for Pennsylvania. And that's just going to grow over time. You know, when we go to Philly, if we're telling people this is the date to sign up for is when we're going, and you're buying your tickets and everyone's all locked in, if that hotel gets full or something, then we'll just split the team and we'll split the team leads. And we'll still work in the same neighborhoods and everything, but we'll have two simultaneous
Wow.
50-person teams working in Philly, led by two different team leads or two different sets of team leads. And that's where you get, if it's that large, you'll have Ben and Puya will fly in and help to support. And then, we'll fly you in to just, make sure that people behave.
Eat cookies so I can so make sure.
So you could stand there and say, hey, listen, I know some of you didn't take any of the trainings, and all you did was listen to me on Zoom for the past 3 weeks, but you need to listen to them now. That's what we need you for.
Okay, well, here's my goal then. Okay, like, and total kudos to you and to Ben and to Puya and to Jessica and Maria, who have built out this amazing fieldwork team. And I love talking about it with donors and supporters and people getting introduced to us because I have so much confidence in it. Like you guys, and the trainings that Devin and you all have created too for kind of working across difference. So good.
Yeah.
So good. But my
And
goal
Mary.
then,
Yep.
and okay, Devin and Mary, my goal
Yeah.
is that when Kamala Harris spoke, and we talked about this on the pod, we spoke about this on the pod when she spoke in Atlanta a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
She filled a center, 8,000 people, 8,000. Okay. When she spoke in Philadelphia on Tuesday, when she started her campaign swing right now with her vice presidential nominee, Tim Walz, it was a venue that held 10,000, filled it. Okay. Filled it. When she went to Eau Claire, Wisconsin the next day, it was an outdoor on a farm rally, and they had 30,000 there. They then went to Detroit, and they had to move their venues multiple times and ended up doing it at a hangar, an airport hangar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 50,000.
Oh,
50,000.
whoa.
And today she's speaking in Phoenix. I think it might be going on right now. I'm not sure. And the venue holds 20,000, and it's overflow. Okay.
Wow.
And so I want us, when we look at our kind of agenda of pods and work and so on, I want to do a podcast coming up about what a movement, like what are the characteristics that make something bigger than just a campaign?
Yeah.
What's a movement look like? So I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about fundraising, because one of the things we talk about on this program on the pod is all the programming we do, but I really want to kind of dive into our fundraising too, and the money that we need and how we do that. But here's my ask: if I'm going to come out in the field and do those things, I want venues that are like that. Okay, I look at it. You guys are so good. Like, now that we've given you your flowers and everything.
Yeah,
okay, fieldwork. All right.
That's good.
Is that I think that there should be at least a 500-person venue. All right.
Is that for you to make an appearance?
Yeah, that's my contract. Okay, that's my contract.
That's good. That's good. You know what we should do? We should tell our community members. In fact, let's put it out there right now. If you can bring together 100 people, that's what was on the thing, right? Get us up to 100 on the little
for each team thing. Yeah.
If you can bring together, if you're listening to this, if you can bring together 100 people to like a house party or an event or something like that for Common Power, David will come out.
I'll tell you what, let's set it out. Let's do it. Like, you're serious. Okay. I know 100 people would be our biggest house party ever. All right. We've had 30-person, 40-person. We had close to 50 at one.
We were in a theater in Bainbridge.
At Bainbridge, you're right. That was probably 80. Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Ty and Steve for arranging that. Right.
Yeah.
Can you get 100 people to us? Then you know what? Charles and I will come for bet. Both of us.
Anywhere.
CP3D pod. Okay.
That's right. We will come. We'll talk about the organization. We'll do a live taping like this. and we will. And it doesn't matter where it is. We'll come to Anchorage.
Yes, yes. In fact, we want to come
We want,
to
we want,
Anchorage.
we
Okay.
do, we do, we do. Hey, there's a seat up there. You know, there's a house seat up there.
Mary Peltola is very important
Yeah,
seat in the House.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she's the first Democrat to be endorsed by the National Rifle Association in like
That's
20 years. All
that's
right.
amazing. That's amazing. Is she the one who took? Did she take Tim Walz's his his crown for like best shot on Capitol Hill?
Maybe she did. Yeah. She ran on a ticket last in 2022 that was fish, freedom, and family. Okay.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
So Anchorage, we're talking to you. All right. We want to be there. All right. We'll
You get
set
100 people.
Yeah, or New York City's that's okay too. All right.
New York City. That's right. Email hello@commonpower.org if you hear this and you're like, easy, 100 people, I can do that. For Common Power, for Kamala and Tim, I can do that. Email hello@commonpower. We'll be there.
So the theme of this podcast is um we are at a place where Vote Save America has picked us as their volunteer organization out there. And we're pretty sure that they actually want to buy our podcast. We're pretty sure that's what they want to do. Okay. We're pretty
That's
sure
good.
that like we're just putting it on the table. All right. We're putting it on the table. And if it's not, we're
Totally.
not coming lightly. Okay. It's not going to
That's
be
right.
easy. But
Right. Yeah, we're going to increase the value over the course of the political season. So it's going to be more and more expensive. Yeah. But
exactly.
in the meantime, you can help us
Well,
by
here's what we
increasing the
got.
value.
Here's what it is.
Yeah,
Honestly, we'd be an interracial podcast, and they don't got that. Okay.
that's right. That's right. That's right. They don't have it.
Yep. And almost every one of our episodes is in some way interracial or intergenerational. All right.
They
So
don't have it. They don't have this community. You know what we are? We're an ensemble. Okay. They have individual personalities. Okay. Okay. They're reliant on those people to kind of carry the load on content. We have an ensemble cast of people that can come in. This entire community of supporters and young people and teachers and volunteers and canvassers and all these people all over the place. It's yeah, we're this beautiful tapestry, and they don't have that. Okay,
okay.
this is good. We're gonna pitch them, but we need to grow the podcast listeners. We need to come out and do live tapings, and we need to recruit more volunteers. Because at the end of the day, we have to show that this thing
Yeah.
is an effective part of the system that drives people to doors.
Yeah.
Volunteers for voters.
That's great. Yeah. Hey man, congratulations. And I mean, I'm enjoying the benefits of it too and working with the org. But congratulations on getting Vote Save America as a partner with us. That's a big deal. All right. Thanks.
It is. It's a milestone moment, man. It's very, very cool. Very cool. I'm in Milwaukee right now for speaking of great relationships that originated in Wisconsin. I'm in Milwaukee for the primary. It's gonna happen on Tuesday. We've got a team of I think 40 people that are out here knocking on doors.
Hmm.
One of the educators, Jordan Lanford is one of the leads out here. Luke is going to be doing some
Okay.
education, some training stuff alongside Ben. And then you got the fighting Wisconsin team that's been out knocking on doors here since 2018 with me. So this is a good way to kind of close out the first half of the year and all the primaries and launch us into the fall season.
All right. All right. Great work, man. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Let's go. Let's keep the fight going. All right.
All right. Take care. Yeah, do it. Boom, boom,
CP3D. All right.
boom.
See ya.
We're out.
We're
See
out.
ya.